The tiny Hoity Toity Codebin, introducing JavaScript, CSS, and HTML the right way. I woke up this morning having imagined the idea of a Brainy Bunch. 9 functions in a 3x3 grid, each showing something interesting about JavaScript functions. Slowly, this idea was replaced with something more interactive. This is not a mobile web application. This is for programmers. It requires a desktop where you have a big screen and can even hit F12 to see your console. The Hoity Toity Codebin is a piece of example code for the Hoity Toity web component. This little piece of code contains 29,636 lines of code. Originally, it had nearly 50,000, and it weighs in at 1.3 megabytes. It's huge. It is a web component based on the Code Mirror web page-based code editor for editing code in a web page. A code editor that runs in a web page is just about the biggest idea in programming, even though many people don't really talk about it. It is like a multi-line text box that you see in web forms. But it colors parts of code and it numbers all the lines and even provides some really useful code hints. I've been wanting to make this thing for over a decade, but there was never time. And actually creating it is not all that happy for me. I don't like completing things. I liked having the editor on my to-do list. But it is also a good thing, and it is good for testing code and learning JavaScript, CSS, and HTML, how it all fits together. I think there's a lot of people out there that if they found this program, it would change the way they view programming. Because you see everything in one place without having to worry about build systems or file names. You see the function, the CSS that sets the colors, and the HTML that lays out the context. It's very good for learning programming. The upper part of the page is the preview part, and below you have that web design trinity. JavaScript editor, CSS editor, and the HTML, which is like the skeleton of the whole web page. When generating a preview, I actually put the JavaScript and CSS into the HTML. I remember early on when I started programming, I would just change words to see what happened. And here you can change text, colors, study how a function is made, and how it is called or executed. Programming is not exactly consistent. It is designed on layers of good ideas. Good ideas are the only ones that last. Consistency with twist and unbalanced code make it bloated, maybe brittle. Even so, there aren't too many deviations from the norm. If you give yourself a chance, it all clicks and becomes interesting before you know it. The word bin in Codebin means trash can, where snippets of code go, where you use it to test code, learn something, and it's never really saved. Classical bins are public. And that means someone can send you an infinite loop, for example. Not a very great idea. A neat little code bin that resets to factory settings when you hit F5 to refresh is good stuff. Is there more to programming than this? People would say yes, but the truth is we don't know anymore. Not right now. Probably not. Because of the power of ever-improving, competent artificial intelligence, your biggest code asset is a set of requirements documents, each describing something as well-rounded as the hoity-toity web component that makes the Codebin possible. There's nothing more to add to it. There's nothing to remove from it. And whatever your undertaking is, the artificial intelligence will help you figure out the right technologies and the right implementation steps, but you have to ask for them first. What should I do? How should I do it? What is the best approach? What is the most lightweight approach? What libraries should I use? Should I use external libraries, or should I just have AI generate all the code I need? Remember to ask for simple and lightweight code. You don't want error management. You want to crash early. You don't want 100 lines of defensive code where you can just have one line or two that does the same thing. I often ask AI for corporate-level code naming all kinds of different companies and styles. Aside from interesting patterns, what I really get back is 100 lines of fear, of fat, of liability. Highly questionable, if you ask me. You can always ask AI to make your one-liners more defensive, but you can never ask AI to reduce 150 lines of bloated code into one. It's like unmixing coffee and sugar. It is still not possible, even in the age of artificial intelligence. Please, ignore everyone speaking negatively about artificial intelligence. Learn from the simple and lightweight code. It makes you a perfect programmer. The AI grants you old wizard wisdom on day one. Just ask for the simple and lightweight implementation. Lastly, if you are not sure what to program and you're not really into old school games, become a tool maker and simply create tools that help other programmers with programming. Because they solve real challenges that you face, everyone else starting out with JavaScript will be experiencing the same. It's a good way to share. And maybe eventually you could even make a sale. Oh, and one more thing. Stick to dark mode only, and you will travel far. Forget about light mode. Forget about switching to light mode. Bright user interfaces were a complete mistake.